Yeah, it's okay. Welcome again back to this channel. So you've been following me all along. And if it's your first time, very, very welcome. Subscribe to view more of my videos. So as I said before, like this is a season for information literacy. So this time I'm going to take you through like the examples of sources of information, then the purpose of each source, then others will follow. In my next video, actually in my next video after this one, I'll still handle plagiarism, other things like site strategies, even citation. Just keep on following in order to view more of my videos. So this one basically I'm going to guide you through the examples of these information sources, and I'll guide you through the purpose of each source. So as you said, like what you see with your eyes you won't forget, and what you just hear or listen to you can easily forget about it. So here you're going to use some one document in PowerPoint to guide us through the examples of these information sources. We shall open one of our documents here. So this is a document, like on our first slide, it is summarizing what you are going to look at in this discussion. So we are going to handle the examples of primary and secondary sources and the purpose of primary and secondary sources that I said earlier on. So we shall just go quickly to our second slide to guide us through everything. So examples of primary and secondary sources of information. So primary sources, we can find documents. So documents like historical documents, maybe like US Constitution. You can find something like legal documents, maybe discord documents. You can find letters, newspapers, and others. So then the other thing it is creative works. So creative works, we find things like maybe a novel, a song or a play or a composition like that. Then we have things like artifacts, providing for us a primary source of information. Artifacts, we have things like tools, clothing, architecture, like that. Then you have even scientific data. So under scientific data, we can have things like maybe raw data from experiment or data set from that exact time. That's all about primary sources. So we can go through to look at examples of primary sources. So under primary sources, we see things like books. So we have historical books, biography, non-interpret individual works. So we have journal articles as an example of a secondary source. So and journal article can include like maybe literature review, maybe articles like that. Then you have things like documents providing for us a secondary source. Documents can be like maybe films, short films based on archival materials. Then we have essays and reviews. So under essays and reviews, we can find things like critical essays, movie, or a book. And even we have something like encyclopedia. So here we find under encyclopedia we find things like Wikipedia. So this is all about secondary sources of information. Yeah, that's basically can guide you through when you're doing your research work. You can know the source of your information. So as we proceed to look at the purpose of each primary source, so under primary source we have raw evidence. Primary sources provide raw evidence. So raw evidence, this is just it is unfiltered and mediated to the actually it gives you unfiltered access to the past experience or present first-hand information. Then it's also a source of research foundation. It is served as a cornerstone of original research. Then we have something like direct connection. Primary source is always they actually, for historical research, primary sources connect us to the direct source of information. So that's all about primary sources. Then even it gives insight into context. So what's this? Just because it allows researchers to understand events from the perspective of those who lived them. You can proceed with first of secondary sources of information. We have to understand all this so that we can get a broader understanding of information literacy. So under purpose of secondary sources, we have contextualization, interpretation and analysis. Then we have broader understanding. So what's all about contextualization? So for our secondary sources, gives a wider view of a primary source. It expands, actually, it helps with, it gives a broader understanding of a primary source or something like that. The interpretation and analysis, it basically summarizes secondary sources, actually primary sources I mean. So secondary sources summarizes primary source, giving a researcher a quick understanding of the source of information, interpreting and analyzing it. Then broader understanding, this is just because everything is detailed, well explained, filtered, and everything is just okay, giving researchers a broader understanding of the source of information. So that's basically about secondary sources. We have seen the examples, we have seen the purpose of each source. So we can proceed ahead to look at the plagiarism, what plagiarism is, examples of plagiarism, and even actually everything concerning how to avoid it and what to be done. Since these things actually plagiarism, it has impacts and other things. So please subscribe and continue following me to view more of my videos. Thank you very much. I love you always. May God bless you. Just continue following me to view more of these tutorials so that you won't miss any. Next time we shall handle plagiarism. As you keep on following, we shall just have to complete all this under information literacy. You have to know. Thank you very much. See you in my next video. I love you.